Pobelter.
Yo, what's up?
Yo, long time no speak.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
I'm back. And I'm hungry for more.
Yeah, you're back on the grind.
Yeah, it's a
Let me
lot of
look up
fun.
your profile. Oh, you're climbing. Okay, playing a lot of Urgot.
Yeah, I'm playing a lot of Urgot. I was playing Renekton and Urgot. I think we're gonna phase Renekton out and add some other champ. Could be other people that eat people. I think eating people is fun.
Okay,
Like
like
Cho'Gath,
Cho'Gath?
Tam Kench. Someone said Yorick is like another champ that's pretty cool in another mobile play. Has some kind of wall you can put around people. Sounds fun. But not really looking to be learning new heroes with you. I think that's too basic. I have a lot of other questions, if that's possible.
Yeah, let's do it. Okay, so you want to actually like get good?
Yeah, I want to get
That's
better.
your goal.
I want to get really good, like platinum.
Okay, yeah, I got you, bro.
You think you could help me with that?
Yeah, go ahead. Lay it on me. Lay all the questions you got on me. You said you wanted to look at some games you played?
Yeah, some replay analysis. Well, yesterday I lost a lot, so it could be fun to watch those. Today we're winning everything, so it feels like there are no problems anymore. But yesterday I was despair. Okay, so I'm gonna put vision to see if jungler is gonna take the raptors or whatever, or this thing.
Okay.
What are the raptors actually?
The Raptors are they're on the other side of the jungle.
Is it this?
Those are wolves. That's Gromp. No, that's
Oh.
Gromp.
And this? Blue buff.
Blue buff.
Okay, so why am I warding
Raptors are on
this?
the other side. Why are you warding this? You warded it and you don't know why you warded it?
Well, Tyler said I should ward this so that I can see if the jungler is here, but I don't understand the full
Okay.
spectrum of...
He's sort of right. It's good to have vision level 1 somewhere so that you can see where their jungler starts, because junglers need to path in a way where they well, they don't have to, but for the most part junglers like to path in a way where they clear all their camps, because that is just EXP and gold that's on the map. So if you see him starting blue, you can surmise that probably he's going to path towards bot, because that's where the rest of his camps will be.
Okay, I've had many people
So
say
with
that
that
to
logic
me,
in mind,
but they always say
Yeah.
because he only has 2 camps. But they never say why he only has 2 camps, because doesn't every place have 3?
he
This
has
is-
3. Gromp spawns later so that junglers can't start Gromp for some reason.
Oh, when does it spawn?
It spawns in like 10 seconds. It's just literally a change so that junglers can't start it for
Why
some
do-
reason.
Why doesn't he do Wolfies, blue, and then this?
Because then to get to the rest of his jungle, which is on the bot side of the map, he'd have to double back, which is inefficient for his time.
Why not just gank top?
Because if he shows, then it would be very inefficient for his game, because if you survive the gank, the enemy jungler would have counterplay by invading his bot side. And even if the gank succeeds, he will fall far behind because he will not have all his camps. And it can be a viable strategy if you're playing Ignite top lane, because then you would be, assuming your wave is bad, you're pushing, you're losing minions when you die. That's bad for you. But if you have TP, then you TP back, you don't miss much, and their jungler actually loses out a lot for having ganked you.
Is it 50-50 for Zed to go here or here?
I'd say most games you can assume players will full clear their jungle, because that is the most consistent and standard thing to do.
Sorry, I mean after this.
Yeah.
I mean after this.
Generally, junglers will full clear each side of the jungle. So a really standard clear is blue, Gromp, wolves,
Blue.
and then they'll do their top side.
Blue, Gromp, wolves.
Gromp, wolves.
And then go
And
here.
then they hit level 3. Yeah.
But I've been told before that splitting is doing these two together for blue side.
Splitting the map? That is pretty uncommon, especially in lower ranks, I'd say.
Really? This is splitting?
But, that is just normal. That's what we call full clear. When you fully clear your own side of the jungle.
This is called full clear, and this is called splitting.
Yeah, that would be split map, because you're splitting the map where one jungler will be pressuring top side and one jungler will be pressuring bot side.
Oh, I see. So the expectation is that Zed does all this, and then takes top. Then
Yeah,
takes red.
so the standard outcome of this is that Zed ends up top lane, and he can look for a play top lane after he's done clearing his camps. And the opposite is true for Xin Zhao. He'll be done clearing his camps on bot side, and then he wants to look for a play bot side. So either bot or mid, and Zed can look either top or mid.
Okay, and why start with blue? Why not with red?
It's generally based on where you want to end up and be pressuring after you're level 3. Or like done with your clear. Where you think it will be impactful to gank, or there's a lot of considerations when junglers decide to start where and end up where. I would say most of them just aren't even really thinking about it. But I'd say if I was in Zhao, maybe I want to avoid 2v2ing Zed and Urgot with Ignite early as Xin Ornn, because I think that's a losing 2v2. Ornn is like a scaling tank, and Urgot is really strong early, as well as the fact that Zed's clears way faster. So maybe if I'm thinking this deeply, and also I know that Zed clears way faster than I do as Xin Zhao, then I want to dodge him. But none of these players are thinking about that. They just go based on vibes, and they probably just started hitting it.
What's the benefit of hitting blue first or red first, outside of where you end up?
It's not super significant. The buffs themselves are not incredibly impactful in terms of your combat power early. It is literally just about like, this is where I end up, and also this is a sequence in which my camps are going to respawn. So when I do this full clear to bot, eventually my camps are going to respawn, and I'm going to want to clear them again. So when that happens, I'm going to end up bot side again. So actually it's pretty standard if you're a jungler and you're playing with a tank top to play towards bot and just let the tank top kind of do whatever, leave him defend for himself, scale up, absorb pressure, and try and get your bot lane ahead. That's like a very standard game plan.
This ward I placed here may have helped the rest of my team to understand that he's going to end up bot at X time.
No, your teammates are probably stupid and don't understand anything. And probably don't operate, that your bot lane will not play accordingly to this knowledge, and you should just ward for yourself.
Just like me then. My teammates are just like me for real.
Like, even up until the Apex ranks, like Masters even, players will not really play accordingly with this knowledge or information.
Okay.
So what I usually do in top lane is I would just ward that bush after the first wave is dead. Like after I get prio or after I get level 2, I'll just ward the bush in the middle of the river.
This one.
Because technically, if he was really cheeky, like he could wrap around and gank you. It would be pretty crazy, but like he could.
Okay, that's helpful so far. Let's look at my first wave. My mindset into Ornn. I played him once before with Urgot. That he's very tanky, and that I didn't know his kit yet, but I studied his kit after. That he can like redirect his ult. He has a meteor. He wants to bash the meteor or a wall, and then he gets a stun, and he has an empowered auto attack that can do something if he marks me as well. That's it. Okay, I understand a little bit more, but and he can buy non-full components while in lane. Pretty cool. So back timings are different with him. Which doesn't it mean that hurting him a lot is better than usual because he doesn't combine going back for healing with buying items, since he could already do that anyway?
I wouldn't say it really influences how beneficial like harassing or hitting him is. He can still just base and TP back whenever he wants.
Okay. What should I be doing here, you think?
I'd say you're already late to lane. It's weird that he was allowed to walk up and auto the wave and stack grasp. I think it is honestly
grasp?
Yeah, Grasp of the Undying is like a rune that stacks when you're in combat, hitting a creep.
How does it work?
So it will charge. Like, say, it can also work when he gets hit too. when he gets hit or he hits something, it will take a couple seconds for him to stack up Grasp, and then his next auto attack will deal a little more damage and heal him for a little and give him a little max HP.
Letting him hit minion allowed him to stack Grasp.
Yeah.
I arrived late because I was operating under a you should ward this bush as late as possible 121, 123. Instead, I could be here in this bush.
Yeah, I'd say that wasn't great advice. You don't want to be like late to the lane.
Okay.
Like the creeps are already here hitting each other, and he already walked up and started hitting the wave. I'd call that being late to lane. I would honestly just say disregard whatever that guy told you about warding their blue buff at level 1. I mean, that can be important if you yourself want to see where he started. I prefer playing in a way where I just ward for myself in the river. That is how most top laners ward, I would say.
Okay. Yeah, I've done nothing but feed for this or relay to lane. I've not used it once
like
yet.
you could be in a position where as he's walking up to the wave, trying to walk up to the wave, you're like literally in the bush, zoning him, hitting him.
Bam, bam, bam.
Yeah. Like Eing him at level 1, fucking his shit up.
Yep. So here I'm thinking, I would like to auto attack him with different ass cannons, and then maybe go here so I can use the bush to lose aggro, and I just want to hit him a lot because I have greater range. But it didn't end up working out that way.
Yeah, so play it. So here I would have just eat him already.
Ah.
Because you walked into your E range, and then that would have been a super winning trade for you. And walking into the bushes is actually a really good idea for dropping creep aggro. Like getting an auto and then weaving in and out of the bush is really common in higher level top lane play.
Yeah.
So that you don't take excessive creep damage. But those are the lane bushes that you want to be darting in and out of. So like you should be in the position that Ornn is, where he has control of the bushes.
Yeah, see, now I'm doing it, but it's because I ended up from here, so I was on this side for a while.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm thinking...
And like the mentality is you want
ahead.
to be pressuring him on every CS he tries to get.
Right. I think he's not getting
Ornn
any.
is really weak early. Yeah.
Can I see CS somewhere?
Yeah.
In
right there.
replay? Oh, 211.
Yeah. So actually, this would normally be the timing if you didn't ward his jungle already, that you would go and ward the river. And then you can kind of play aggressively on him under his turret. Try and harass him while he's trying to CS, and still have the vision to protect yourself from the gank.
Right. Let's say outside of ganks, let's say we know jungle isn't coming for sure. Is there anything I can do to mess with him here on the tower?
Let's see.
I'm trying to.
Yeah, that's good. You just take cheeky autos like that. Try not to take a turret shot. Yeah, this is great.
Okay.
Okay, and that was really good what you just did. I don't know if you did that on purpose, but you see the way all 6 of his creeps aggroed the same minion on your wave. So that kind of creates it where it's slow pushing towards you.
Yes.
Which is beneficial for you when you are in full control of the lane, because he needs to walk up to CS, because your creeps are dying faster than his creeps.
Yes. I saw Faker
allows
do
you to
that
trade
in
on
a replay yesterday, but this one was unintentional, sadly.
Yeah, the only consideration is that people hit level 3 on the second creep of this wave, so that's like a very big power spike timing, and some champs can look for all-in or a fat trade when that happens.
Yeah, okay.
Also, you should never take Conqueror on Urgot. At least I never see it. I think you always go PTA.
I thought because he's tanky.
But I think PTA is just so easy to proc on Urgot from his W.
Yes, it is. I just thought with W I can easily proc Conqueror as well. And yesterday I had a talk with chat where it's like PTA for short trades that do proc the proc it, but Conqueror if you're both fat and you're going to be hitting each other a lot.
PTA is a really strong rune for all-in as well, and I'd say like it's just straight up better on Urgot just because he has a really unique way of stacking it.
Okay.
2-point skew is kind of weird too, I think. At least I don't know if that's what Urgot players do, but I don't think that's what they do.
I got the idea because I felt it was I was worse at using Purge. First of all, I'm getting better at it, at knowing instinctively like how I should use it and toggle it on and off, etc. And it's nice to get it early, and I don't use it randomly anymore to push waves that I really shouldn't even be pushing, just because I have so many skill points in it. But I started doing this more Q, just 2 points, and then developed my W for the rest. And I kind of liked it, and I see Tyler does it a lot as well. I see some games where he has it maxed. I don't understand why yet.
Okay. I assume you would actually put more points into it in matchups where they're like outranging you really hard, and so you can't get in range to use W or E on them much. Okay, so this base is really, really, really strange.
Why?
Well, why did you want to base here?
Because I thought you should base after the 3rd or 4th wave by default.
No,
to increase your power. No?
No. Because then you're just giving Orange space to farm, and you would lose this whole wave if you based. So you're in a winning position, and you would base in that winning position, where you're harassing him for every CS he wants to get. And you would also be giving up a full wave in early game, which is very bad.
But
okay. I think what someone tried to teach you is like a cheater recall, which is a very specific strat where you're like trading really heavily, and then you push in the 3rd wave ASAP, and then when you get back to lane, his lane is going to be in a bad spot, and you can all in. That is like more advanced, I would say. I wouldn't really recommend it. That's just like something you do.
Recall when you do a proper crash and set up the bounce and your next wave is far. Whenever it feels good, that's when you go. Whenever that is.
Yeah.
Okay. I can work with that. I thought I had to adhere to these standard timings of cheater recall.
No,
I've heard that.
Is a very non-standard timing.
Okay. Good. So now I'm doing it again because I thought I have to do this. I end up falling behind in XP. Surprisingly.
Yeah, you're just gonna lose this full wave, and what happens is he will be able to base for free. I mean,
but he messed up, right?
This wave clear somehow. Well, yeah, he should have fully crashed this wave already. He only W'd like 2 melee minions instead of hitting everything.
Either faster or freeze. Thoughts? Or should he not freeze?
I think hard pushing is a fine call by him, and then he would just be able to get a free recall off, or he can just stay, honestly. He can just keep staying and doing whatever he wants, because you allowed him to do whatever you want by just recalling.
But he didn't know I recalled, except my absence.
Yeah, I think it's fair to assume someone just randomly recalled if they gave up a full wave of EXP in early game. That is a very, weird thing to be missing out on.
Well, he didn't know I missed XP. I could be standing right here and just not CSing.
Okay, yeah, maybe if you were doing Dante's 0 CS challenge, but...
Alright, I see. I have a bigger wave.
Mm-hmm.
That means he
so
can't
this is a
fight
comfortable situation for him. No, this is very comfortable for him, because he can just wait for this wave to come in and farm it all under his turret safely.
His
and just continue scaling up as the Ornn.
Yeah, his will kill almost nothing. Even if he stood at tower, he would lose almost nothing.
Yeah.
Should I, upon seeing that he's not doing it, should I not attack him?
Here I would see if I can deny the cannon somehow or make a trade off the cannon, and then I would just crash the wave right after that and try and reset the wave to a neutral state.
Okay.
So here he got to walk up and CS the cannon for free because you just left to go
Ward.
Yeah,
it felt really bad.
He missed it, but...
I've used 0 flash, 0 ignite. It's 5 minutes. I feel like I will win trades. I never did it. It was so passive. Then I had self-griefing recalls where I lost XP. But I was working with some rules that apparently aren't real. Like, cheater recall must be done. Because Jack gets excited about the niche recalls. They teach it, and I thought it was a rule.
No, no, definitely not a hard rule by any means.
Okay, CS-wise, I'm almost double.
I mean, CS-wise, you're doing great, yeah. I think the lane would have been so much more volatile if you had just E'd him at level 1 when he gave you the range. And if you like showed up to lane at level 1 and just played in the bush.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay, let's watch another. I like the early game.
Okay.
Who was I playing against here? Aatrox. Oh yeah, this was the game I
0-10 and 2 win. That's heartbreaking.
and I'm 11-3. This is the game where I let Aatrox kill 2 towers when I joined team because I got tired of farming him and I thought maybe the team needs some help. But honestly, it was a Draven diff. Okay, not this one.
Play in their bushes, sir. Good nights.
Yeah, Mordekaiser. I'm 470, 7-4. This is a good one. Okay.
Military tech.
I'm against Mordekaiser. He's kind of difficult for me sometimes. He's checking all the bushes. I was initially standing here because recently I had a mid versus mid fight and I was here or whatever and I got there too late, so I thought I should support, but then I saw my team is 4-manning, so I don't know why I'm still here.
It's pretty normal to just try and contest that bush river at level 1, and that's like where you stand as a top laner usually. Especially as Urgot, who can pretty much bully out. I can't think of a single champ that like Urgot doesn't beat at level 1, honestly.
Set.
He's like that guy at level 1.
Set. Riven. I've lost to so many.
Oh no, you can beat all those guys.
Okay.
You just have to like short trade and back off against the guys that can all in you.
Short trade and then back off.
Yeah, like you'll auto proc your thingy, E them, proc your other leg, and then just walk away.
I see. Don't always all in.
Yeah, not always.
I thought winning, being able to win at level 1 with Urgot meant I should E them, preferably auto attack, E, auto attack, ignite, and then hit them until one of us is dead, and then that I always win. But you're saying you win, but it's based on taking a good trade around the cooldown of your E, and then back off.
Yeah, I mean, Urgot has huge like upfront burst with like the auto shotgun leg, and then you E, you hit
Shield.
another passive proc, but you kind of run out of juice. But some champs are really good at like the extended all-in, like I don't know, a Trundle just autoing you and ramping lethal tempo. It was probably gonna beat you to death.
Yeah, I lost the Trundle too.
Yeah, Urgot is really good at just like literally taking 70% of someone's HP bar at level 1 if they fuck up. So here I would auto, and then you E'd, auto. And then I wouldn't kite out of the bush because you couldn't auto him, and then you had to walk. But,
I warded
that's
for
fine.
it.
So that's a great trade.
Yeah.
Yeah. Leaves you very susceptible to being ganked. But
Oh.
oh, this is good. This is good. This is good. Nice, and you walk in the bush to reset the aggro. Yeah, that's good.
Then I got all 3 CS. I'm level 2, so I wanted to use it.
Uh-huh.
Thoughts?
Yeah, not a bad mentality. Like right as you see the creep dying for level 2, like level up timers are a great way to abuse players that are not thinking about it or respecting it. So I mean, there you might have even be able to E him if you were spaced a bit better, like closer to him. Like let a creep kill the thing for level 2. because it's going to be the first creep on the second wave here. So here you could start moving at him already, and then you would hit level 2 right as you're in his face, and then you could like auto Q and then E him and probably, I don't know, either kill him or get him to 1 HP.
Yeah. Yeah. I shouldn't CS the melee creep.
Yeah, if you see the opportunity to get a monster trade, it's like okay to give a CS here or there. So like here, you can kind of play like, oh, he's walking up for the CS. Now I'm just going to walk at him. My creep kills that for level 2, then I can easily E him.
Yeah.
Urgot a lot of the time is just like being able to hit them with your E.
Yeah, this was bad. I was only thinking about my own CS, not about what he's getting. And that I knew I'm going to get level 2, but I thought, okay, once I have level 2, I'm going to start doing things. Now I'm too far away.
So here, because you lane warded, you're very susceptible to being ganked. You just have no information whatsoever.
Right.
So this is kind of scary, but we call it a flip. I mean, we flip these.
What do you mean by flip?
It's like man, why is it called a flip? It's just like you're taking a gamble.
Oh, I see.
Why is
Coin
it
flip.
called a flip?
Coin flip.
Coin flip. Coin flip. Yeah, that's where it came from. So one cheeky thing, yeah, pull the wave in, right, exactly. And then just fucking mog him. Do you know what mogging is, Grubby?
Just run at him.
Sort of,
No?
yeah. And so now he feels bad and he needs to TP back. He missed a cannon there. He's bleeding all the CS. Okay, and then now when I see him staying, I'd be like, this guy's fucking griefing. I'm gonna push this and dive him now if he wants to stay.
Push this hard.
This next wave coming in, yeah. And like try and not let him recall.
Now I'm pushing it too slowly.
Now you're pushing it too slow. You don't want to let him recall like this.
But
oh,
I went.
You went to go ward.
Yes, bad.
Yeah, because you want to keep the pressure on, and he was able to recall here. If you didn't go to ward here, and you instead kept playing in his face, you're crashing this wave, and then he either stays with 1 HP, in which case you're gonna dive him, or he bases and he misses this entire wave.
Yep, I am
But
that
because
guy.
he went to ward, he recalled for free.
Okay, so my ward timings are really awkward.
Yeah, you never want to give up pressure like this to go ward.
Even if a
You
jungler
want to ward at a
came.
timing.
Sorry, even if a jungler came at or after the ward, it wouldn't have made any difference because he has 1 HP, so I'm not gonna die.
Yeah, you would be able to like 1v2 them and survive pretty much. Or your jungler is also on this side, so maybe you could 2v2 as well. So that was like a missed win.
This recall timing?
This recall is fine. Given
Teleport
that he
or
already
don't?
got his recall off. TP for sure. Otherwise you're gonna miss too many minions.
I think I walked. Oh no, I TP'd.
You flashed? Oh, it's bugged on the spectator.
No, it's not bugged. I flashed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I misclicked.
Yeah, that's
It was not really a misclick. It was actually a misbrain. Like I pressed the button not
Okay.
because I fat fingered, but my brain wasn't
So
working.
the wave here is good for you again. Like it's slow pushing towards you, which gives you a lot of opportunities to trade as he is CSing and like look for ease on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like every time he wants to CS, you should be trying to poke him a bit off that. Like auto Q, look for an E if he's close. Level advantages are really huge too.
Yeah.
I don't know how it is in Dota actually, but levels are just huge. In late
Much
in terms of
smaller.
Power strength.
Here it's
Especially,
600 gold. In Dota, it's not that much. I mean, you get an ability point and stats, yes, but not this much.
Yeah, level 5 to level 4 is just huge. So that was a mistiming, I think, to look for a heavier trade.
Okay. Can I flash for massive damage, or should it be a kill?
If that's somehow going to translate into like you hit level 6 and then and then you can like all in him again, then I'd say it's worth it. But most cases, I think you want your E flash to be like 100 to 0.
Okay.
Oh.
I don't know where that went.
Another play you can try on Urgot is like, you know you're gonna hit 6 off this minion, right?
Yes.
Okay, so you can time your E
Go through this
right as
minion
you hit
into it?
6 and then just chain it to your R. Yeah, you
Right.
can like hit level 6 with the ability cast, or you can just like time the CC to be right when you hit level 6 and surprise him.
Yeah.
Because your E combos directly into your R.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That would have been a kill if you hit. It was a good look.
So I have so much more CS. I missed a lot of opportunities to bully him. And now that I missed my ult, now I feel like it's kind of in a bad spot. And I actually end up feeding.
Yeah.
Terrible. Horrible.
So here, yeah. Yeah, this one kill is enough to completely turn the lane in his favor.
Yeah.
I'd say what you had to do is realize that, oh, I can't get my wave in. I can't fix my wave because I'm low on HP, low on mana. He's about to hit 6 now. He has flash still. I can't kill him anymore because I messed up my timing. So I need to cut losses, take a bad recall, and then it'll still be okay because you have such a CS lead to give up like one wave here and recall after this is done.
Clear this and recall?
If you can clear it, if he lets you.
Or don't clear?
I would back off and instantly base here. That can be kind of hard to gauge like in the moment. Here I would have definitely sussed out like, oh, he can all in me now because he's about to hit 6.
Yeah, that makes sense. Actually, his wave was bigger, so it would have been at my tower soon enough.
Yeah.
And it could be a bad recall if he pushes it super fast, like you said, but better than dying.
Yeah. It's good that you started like just last hitting there instead of hard pushing.
Yeah, on
So
the
you're, like
under
slowly
the tower.
denying CS that way as well. Yeah.
Let's see. Yep. I don't have any more replay review. This was really useful. Do we want to do a live game?
Sure, yeah, I'm down. Whatever you want.
Okay.